They thought I fell off. I was just in the cocoon. I didn't go ghost. I went in. Discipline over distraction. Value over validation. Welcome back to the Philosofee Show. This podcast is not for everybody. Some people are cool with where they are, and that's fine. But this one, this episode, this era, it's for the ones who want more. I'm not saying you gotta think like me. I'm saying if you feel like there's something more out there for you, if where you at ain't where you wanna stay, then you might be right here with me. See, the hardest thing for me lately has been being around people who don't want to grow. Not even spiritually, just mentally, emotionally, financially. I get bored quick. Not because I'm ungrateful, but because I know I've tasted purpose and I want more of it. So I'm picking my pleasures wisely. I've pulled back drastically. I ain't smoking every day no more. I ain't drinking just to pass time. Nah, if I do it now, it's a celebration, not an escape. I might go 3 months clean, locked in, then loosen up for a weekend. But I'm done making habits out of distractions. I'm at the halfway mark in life, and I've decided I want to live the way I want to live for the rest of my life, starting now. What I've learned in this cocoon stage is that tomorrow don't even exist yet. Yesterday, gone. So really, it's all about today. And the question becomes, what kind of moments are you creating while you're here in this wild, beautiful simulation they call Earth? What will you make out this moment? 'Cause that's the only thing real. This moment.
Hey, let this shit run, son.
On who? On me. My affirmations over real beats. You on your shit, you on your shit. You the one, ain't nobody fucking with the fuck. Hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. I hype me up. Okay. I got 99 problems, but I got 100 reasons. If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'ma ball air seeds. 'Cause I gotta hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. I hype me up.
Footprint of that ass.
Go put my gas.
Friday. Man, I'm glad we out.
Man, I'm glad to be about that motherfucker.
You telling me you
Bruh, jump tripping today.
bro, I swear to God, I was about to slap. Ooh. We on the grass. I was about to slap him though, bro.
No, man. What you get into the race?
Man, I'm about to go home.
What's going on?
Girl, she cooking, you know, I got the slide.
No, man, we going to the spot. We getting the honeys, everything. We got the VIP already.
Yeah. Speaking of her, that's her right here. Hold on. Hey, baby.
Hey, you on the way?
I'm on my way now.
Okay, well, they said it's supposed to rain, so just be careful, okay?
Okay. Well, I'll see you in a minute. I love you, baby.
Love you.
I want you in Vicky secrets, so I ain't gonna take a peek. I'm on my way, I'm down the road. Right up the street, man. I don't want them clothes on. Rose petals leading to the bed. You better do what Daddy said. Just like that. Bigger girl and take this weapon. Gone girl is on position. Yeah, not to mention you just want attention. Pick you up, grip them thighs, yeah, I got the vision. And when I'm on a mission, it's like a motion picture, swimming all deep up in your ocean. When I make it home, have your hair pinned up, so I can sweat it out, sweat it out. When I make it home, when I make it home, 'cause when I make it home, have your hair pinned up, so I can sweat it out, sweat it out. When I make it home, when I make it home, fucking mind till it's chills running down your spine. Kiss you here, kiss you there, kiss you everywhere. What you need, I got it. Don't have to wait no more. No more. Beat it out, going round after round. I'm going in, I'm going out. You make them sound. 'Cause I'ma beat it like a drum. I'ma beat it like a drum. And I'ma make that body come. Just get on top of me. I'ma lay there and let you do you, girl. 'Cause when I get home, when I make it home, have your hair pinned up, so I can sweat it out, sweat it out. When I make it home, when I make it home, when I make it home, have your hair pinned up, so I can sweat it out, sweat it out. When I make it home, when I make it home, when I get home, can you handle it up? I'ma beat it up, I'ma beat it up. When I get home, can you handle it up? I'ma beat it up, I'ma beat it up. When I get home, can you handle it up? I'ma beat it up, I'ma beat it up. When I get home, can you handle it up? I'ma beat it up, I'ma beat it up. When I make it home, have your hair pinned up, so I can sweat it out, sweat it out. When I make it home, when I make it home, when I make it home, have your hair pinned up, so I can sweat it out, sweat it out. When I make it home, when I make it home.
There we go. All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Philosophy Show. You're here with your boy Tweez the Don. I hope I just got y'all ready for the rest of the day, man. With that, When I Get Home by Jay Waiters. Shout out to my peoples, man, in Dallas, Texas, via Chicago. But as you seen before we came in, is what's the real. We gonna jump right into it, man, because I don't want to waste nobody's time today. It's one thing Trump said in that little press, well, he got a couple of press conferences out so far, but the very first one he done, like right after the Supreme Court found it was unconstitutional for him. Well, basically what they said was he didn't have the power to just pass tariffs. That's a congressional decision, meaning the people who voted in to represent the people other than the president.
You know what I'm saying? They supposed to make that decision. And you know, as what Trump does, he goes on, you know, his press conference and he says he pretty much shit on all the judges that voted against him, claimed that they thinking politically or they with other people, and all the people that's complaining about the tariffs being done is people who got connections with other countries, which if they wasn't, it wouldn't, you couldn't even put tariffs on anything. So that making that everybody who got tariffs deals with somebody out the country, business wise. That's why they're getting tariffs on them. Get it? So him saying that is just, I don't know if he believe what he be saying. You know, I think they just give him, or they format is to give everything negative to say about the other side, regardless if it makes sense or not. You get what I'm saying? And whatever stick is whatever stick. You know, so I'm just seeing a good, well, how can I say it? It's just, you know, the point of the show that I'm doing, and today and before that, is just to show you exercises of power. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, all of this, and a lot of things that we got going on in our own lives and just in general has something to do with some type of power. People do not want to feel powerless, you know, or, yeah, and that's it. I ain't saying that, like, some people take that as a victim situation. Like, I just say in my situation in life, my power is knowing that it's going to be all right, knowing that I got to put my foot forward and keep moving. At the same time, you got to wait and all these other situations that you just got to go through. You know what I'm saying? That's my power. So if I take that and put it to somebody that's in prison, they got a different, that power is limited, but you got a power there. You know what I'm saying? So the difference is when it comes to these powers, it depends on if you notice how much power you actually have. You know what I'm saying? Actually, because it's you have to know, you know what I'm saying? You got to know what your power is. You know, people don't want to think in that. I'm going to say it like this. I lived a long time in my life not believing in power. That I had, you know what I'm saying, that I could, like, if somebody said something about me and they was somebody that I trusted or they was around me a lot, I didn't have if they had more power over how I felt about myself. AKA baby mama, AKA your friends you hang around with. I didn't know, you know, I thought I was supposed to bend my personality to appease people because that's how I grew up. My daddy was abusive. All he wanted us to do to shut the fuck up and not get in trouble. So that's, you know, when nobody feeding my personality, letting me know, oh dog, you this, you that. You know what I'm saying? You talking yourself up. You know, I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say I didn't have it because I did have people who, you know, I felt it, but it wasn't pushed by my parents. I just say that. But my point is, the 48 laws of power, which we're gonna go over, if you haven't been following the show, hey, you can go back and look at them. But we on 42 to 45, so we almost there. We got one more episode and we'll be done with the 48 laws of power. And again, I'm gonna just tell people like this. When I first read it, which was probably, about 10 years ago, I did not like the book because I was still stuck in the phase of not liking power, not liking it. Meaning you can get it, then you're supposed to be fair and all this, man. It's not, you know, you got to be fair within knowing what fair is. You know what I'm saying? Everything is almost 60% closer to you got to do certain shit to where you can't make everybody happy. You just got to know that. That's at least 50% of, you know what I'm saying, having that experience, being like, yeah, I can't fuck with this person. I got it. In order to make this person happy, you got to make this person mad. And you got to know these type of things. Sometimes you can't even, what if it's your sister, your brother, your mama, your uncle? They mad at each other. You know what I'm saying? And those are, how can I say it? Those are personality, almost emotional powers. You know, and these are things when I'm talking about if you are hear the emotion part in it. So let's go ahead and get started, because I'm already ready to get into the case study. All right. These laws that I'm about to talk about govern leadership, disruption, persuasion, psychological reflection, and controlled reform. Law 42. Strike the shepherd, and the sheep will scatter. I mean, relationship game, neutralize the emotional center chaos. The rest will collapse. Business game. Influence doesn't dissolve by arguing with followers. Okay? Just know that. And reinvention game, we'll put it to this like this. Sometimes the shepherd you must strike is your old identity. Confusion disappears when the source is removed. You know? And when strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter, meaning pretty much hit the main subject. You know, picking off all on the side, playing around. You got to just go straight to the source and attack it. And that could be, just like it said that could be your ego. That could be financial. It could be a lot of things. You just got to know what it is. All right, Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. In a relationship game, that's force creates compliance. Influence creates loyalty. And I used to mistake influence for a negative word. You know, especially when it comes to preserving your peace and doing it actually for yourself, you know, in a positive way, not in a bad way, in a positive way. Because I used to just get mad because you want people to do it naturally. Some people naturally is being influenced or making somebody do it. Unless they're already like that, then we're not even talking about this rule. You know what I'm saying? So when it say in Trump's case, he worked on the hearts and minds of individuals who felt powerless because they want to be more superior than somebody of a different color. And that's, it was smart to get them because if that's your only power, some shit you just gotta listen. I'm a man. I don't have, even though I don't know if I would want to have a baby out of my body. As a man, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But the power to give birth, I don't have that power. I have the power to plant a seed, but I don't have the power to go through that and have the baby and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a basketball NBA star. So I don't have the money to, you know what I'm saying? So these things you gotta understand, and you can't compare yourself to a lot of things that's going on. You have to analyze what's really going on in your life And if it comes to a point where you want to change it, or you gonna accept it because you see, not accept it because you down, like you think you thought, accepting that you did what you supposed to do out of life. And this is where I'm at. You should be happy and grateful, especially if if you good, as long as you ain't dead or sick. There's always a way up. And I ain't saying for you young motherfuckers, I would say this would be smart for y'all, but you're gonna do what you're gonna do because we all do as young people. Because I did the same shit. But I didn't get the information either. So I'm just saying I didn't get the info. If I would have got the info, I would have did it. But, and I don't know either too, I ain't gonna lie. I might not done it. But anyway, what I'm saying is live manageable and stack your money. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun. We can get crazy off that fun shit and get crazy off the club drinking and that shit can be fun for a long time. But when you get old, you get what I'm saying? That's the only thing I want our people to start thinking more about. And I get it, live today, I get that. But it's a lot of old people around, man, and they ain't like they motherfucking dying and just dying, you know what I'm saying? It's old people around. You want to get to your 60s and be good. You want to coast from your 60s if you have to live this working life shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to fight the government for more Social Security, motherfucker. Shit is getting higher, not lower. So you shouldn't be talking about taking out of Social Security at all. You should be talking about putting more money in it or giving some people more money. All right. Law 43, work on the hearts and minds, man. You got to work on the hearts and minds of others. This is real. You can't be against, and I'm going to preach this real good, man, because I done been through this shit a lot, and you get close to your people's, let's say, boyfriend and girlfriend. It get to a point where y'all get together, and it's almost like y'all take the most anger out on each other. You give all the good love and all that too, but you also, it's a motherfucking pendulum of anger and shit that you probably can't let out, that you letting out on each other too, which ain't good all the time, especially if you crazy as fuck. And if you're crazy as fuck too. You know what I'm saying? So try to always keep in mind that you have to, sometimes you got to back down, men and women. This ain't no sex shit. This is just emotional intelligence shit. If you love somebody, you think like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody human too. So, you don't know when a motherfucker gonna snap. You just don't know. That's why love conquers all. You can forgive and forget and move the fuck on. Look at, analyze yourself, reflect what the fuck going on, and try to make it better. That's why I appreciate realness. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate realness. I try to be the same person if I'm now physically and all that. I can't. Hey, I've learned this. If I'm not working, I'm not tripping off working out. Damn, they're not working. Thinking about eating for a couple of days because this is my wild. This is my force. You know what I'm saying? This is that's an alert. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I ain't got unemployment. We need to fight in Missouri, motherfucker. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, $325 a week ain't enough for no motherfucker who working a real job. Not even motherfucking White Castles and whatever you call a low level job. I don't give a fuck if you a maintenance tech motherfucker or you custodian. $325 a week. Come on, man. Come on, Missouri. Bring that up to at least $6. And that's not enough for some people who making good money. But that's better than $325, bro. That ain't shit. And that shit been like that for how long? These the things we supposed to be fighting about, not who's superior to what, motherfucker. Guys, stop. We need more money. AI coming in, listen, and I'm gonna say this. I'm repeating what these tech individuals saying, like Elon Musk. You know, Bernie Sanders is a component, like, well, he's against AI unless he got a good point, man. They also, them jobs that they gonna take when you talking about illegal immigrants, you also talking about these immigrants taking people's jobs. This AI is gonna take people's jobs. I mean, y'all finna be taking truck driver jobs. I don't know how y'all gonna do it with well, I guess they can because they already got the GPS and shit. All they got to do, whatever they got to do to I don't know. I know they got cars already driving by themselves, like in Cali, something like that. Uber and all that type of shit. It's like, man, that's y'all gonna be fucking with the Uber drivers too? We just got that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how far it's gonna go to where it's if it's gonna be taking like manufacturing jobs. I mean, robots done did that already in some capacity. So I mean, it ain't too much people doing right now when it comes to the assembly lines. It ain't no really hard labor. As far as, I ain't saying it ain't hard work, but it's not like that. It ain't like they doing some hammering and shit like that. They just picking shit up, putting it on something, or maybe screwing some shit in. It ain't hard labor, so I don't see what AI gonna do with that, but I don't know. They might can get a robot right there to do that shit. So hearts and minds, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, Law 44. What up, Zeke, bro? How you feeling, fam? Law 44, disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Man, I remember when I got this done to me. Boy. I remember when I got this done to me. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Okay. Relationship game. Reflect someone's behavior back to them. Their discomfort reveals their weakness. And it do. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all when I get done with this what it was, cause it was super. I be appreciating shit like that. Business game. Institutions struggle when their own principles are quoted back at them. Reinvention game. Your ego cannot survive honest reflection. The mirror never lies. You hear me? So I was in a relationship, right? And I was doing it, and this how I felt. I was doing me in my own lane. You know, I was doing a little artist shit, but I was more promoter, more business, more, flyers, more events and all that. And the person that I was with at the time, started just doing this, basically the same thing I was doing. And, I really wasn't tripping off of it, because if you in that business, it's like you can't have, I'm gonna say it like this, you can't have a partner who's doing the same thing you doing unless you're doing it together. But it wasn't like that. This person never did what I did. I've been an artist. And this is just, like I said, this is my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers feel however they want to feel. But I'm going straight off of what I'm seeing. So I wasn't playing the artist thing. I was doing more promoting, even promoting them. You know what I'm saying? Then it got to the point where I seen that it was me promoting them. They didn't respect it in what I felt. You know what I'm saying? So I promoted them, but I didn't promote them like that. And take it, we're in a relationship. So you can say what you want. Motherfuckers can say they cool, but you kind of know they not. You know what I'm saying? So she started doing, and my thing was she started doing flyers, and she kept showing it to me. I was like, oh yeah, that's tight. You know what I'm saying? Showing love and this and that, and she just kept showing it. Then I'm like, babe, I do flyers too, so you know, I don't be showing my flyer. Once I make the flyer, I'm not making a flyer to show it off, and it's just me. This is just how I am, because it's not for me to show off this business. But, you know, I'm just like, I just told her up front. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to keep showing me that you make flyers. I make flyers. I'm not going to keep, you know, I'm going to say, yeah, they look nice. Or if you asking me for my criticism of, or you want me to say something, then I'll look at it. But if you just showing me to show it back to back, I can look at it the first time, but I ain't going to keep looking at all your flyers. That's just not what I'm finna do. But that probably was how she felt I was doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what and then like she did something else, well, yeah, I'm finna throw this party and this and this and that. I'm saying, damn, I like said it out loud. I was like, damn, you sounding like me. And she kind of laughed and was like, what? Cause I'm doing this and doing that. I'm like, and the thing was, she was. And I'm like, me personally, like overall, I think if we're gonna do something different, it gotta be different. Because if it's the same, we might as well do it together. And those are my principles when it comes to a relationship, because that will, if I'm a promoter and you a promoter and we ain't promoting majority together, it's like we in competition with each other, you know, and I could be totally wrong. And my thing is, listening to that, ain't nobody making money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I saw that, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, okay. I know people was probably making somebody the cheating shit. That shit, I never was really a cheater. So motherfuckers were cheating on me. They cheated on me first, then I just started cheating. You know what I'm saying? That's normally how I get down. But if I don't really want to, if I got to lie to you, I don't like to lie. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you if I'm fucking somebody. You know, that's just what I be on. I understand everybody ain't like that. And have I lied? Yes, I have. I have lied before. So that was Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. The same thing together multiplies is effective. Yep, that's synergy, man. That's synergy like a motherfucker. All right, Law 45, this is the last law we're going to go over today as far as what's the real. Preach, and then listen carefully. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Okay? Relationship game. Too much change too quickly create resistance. Business game. Gradual reform stabilizes authority. Gradual reform stabilizes authority. Radical overhaul stabilizes it. Destabilizes, my bad. Radical overhaul destabilizes. So you can't just change overnight, man. Everybody got to work together. Reinvention game. Evolution should feel intentional, not reactive. Okay? Evolution should feel intentional, not reactive. All right? Going over those laws, I got a few things to go over with that. Law 42, strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Law 43, work on the hearts and minds of others. Law 44, disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Law 45, preach the need for change, but never reform much at once. So, Law 45, Trump is not doing too well at that one because I think he thought we was stupid, or I don't know. I don't want to speak for him, but he preached in his first term. He preached reform and didn't reform shit. And like he didn't know what to do. This time he preached reform, and now it's been a year and it's like 150 fucking cases that's going on right now. That's a lot going on, bro. You already got a Supreme Court. Listen to me. Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, then fucking said you ripped us off, bro. This is following you all the way up to now, dog. You wanted to come in and do that, and you did it. You slick, bro. You ain't that slick, but you slick enough to get your hands on the money. Hey, Donald Trump, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. You is one of the con artists. I give you con artists for 250 years. You get that, bro. When you done con. Listen, I don't like conspiracy theories, but Elon Musk could have did some shit to help you. He definitely paid for your fucking your campaign. Elon Musk, one of the richest, if he ain't the richest motherfucker in the world. Come on, man. You got to. Are we looking at what we looking at? Okay, so he ain't doing too good on that, and that's where I think he's fucking up now. They found that weakness, because that's kind of hard for Trump to do. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once, because you a con artist, bro. And you're old. Like, people they shitting on Biden. Look, Biden went. That's a grandpa that I would take to the strip club. Biden, just because I know he wouldn't go on his own. You know what I'm saying? My point is, he's an old person that learned from racism and seen the country evolve and did things to, his mind wasn't that fucked up to where he leveled everything out for us. So Trump can come and put tariffs on our ass because we so stupid as a people. This is what I'm saying. Trump knew he could come in and take our money. And we ain't gonna do shit, because you know what? The courts can't do shit but say, oh, you're wrong. That's it. They can, oh, you're wrong. If they gonna tell him to give us our money back, I'm gonna say right now, I'm campaigning right now, $20,000 payback for the tariffs to each and every American, God damn it. If you want to make it a family, they got to be married, and you give them 40. Fuck what you're talking about. Kids, then you hit them 5s. We don't want no motherfucking $2,000 shit. 5, I want 20, motherfucker, because you fucking up. And my thing is, y'all know this true. If we fucking fuck up on unemployment, well, I ain't gonna, I'm gonna take the unemployment back. If we fuck up on taxes, don't they give us a penalty? If you don't pay them on time, don't you get some interest and all that type of shit? Bing, boom, bing. 20,000 flat. Let me get it. Don't play with us, Trump, dog. That pendulum gonna swing back, and my thing is that motherfucker swung back quick because you was on some. What you fucked up was, to me, is you went on the race card shit, and then you fucking with people money. People gonna find that out, bro. Oh, you trying to get us to fight while you straight took the Supreme Court ruled that what you did not have the power to do. But you did it already. Come on, man. All right, let me get off there. All right, 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. That's what he did. That's what he did to us Democrats. And that's what he did to America. He gave y'all the same, some of the white people listen, the Black Panthers and all of them, and my thing is the Ku Klux Klan, them was probably on it around the same time the Panthers was on it, because everything is an infiltration at that time. You know what I'm saying? Some white people felt like black people shouldn't be there, and some black people and some white people felt like motherfucker they should. So people coming up with all type of ideas on the government. You got two governments, one fighting to get into the government, the other one's trying to kick you out the government. So of course you're gonna have different outlooks on the government. Some people gonna think the government good, some people gonna think it's bad. Some people if you think they crooked, I mean everybody a little crooked. Come on now. Go to your job and you tell me how many motherfuckers ain't crooked. You just I'm talking about your job, trying not to work or trying to work or trying to scam on not working or blah, blah, blah. Any type of situation going on, somebody trying to get more or trying to do less. That's just what it is. So saying that, you know, you just got to be with the person who going to give you, well, you should have checks and balances. That's what I'm going to say to you. That's the point of having checks and balances. Because one thing I know about American motherfuckers, you give them the power to motherfucking do like, hey, is this right, this wrong? They'll forget all that shit they'll do and they'll do that job. And that's what you need regardless. That's why we do juries. When it's a crime, you bring in a jury. You try to pick the best jury. For a minute, it wasn't working for us. When these people complain about certain shit, right now it's working. You just gotta have now, let me rephrase that. It's working better. It ain't always working because it is a money thing. But that, you know, sometimes you do the crime, you gotta know what you gotta pay to get about that shit. Or you're gonna be, you know, if you don't know that yet. But overall, it ain't sending motherfuckers to jail who didn't rape a motherfucker. They can check the DNA and all that type of shit. Instead of saying, oh, no, this motherfucker did it. Bringing the whole white jury. Oh, yeah, he did it. They ain't even listening. They ain't even have to hear shit. Honestly. They already knew you finna get locked the fuck up. It ain't like that no more. So... and my thing is they that's the point, they use that and they mirror that. When I heard a white person use the word reverse racism, it did exactly that. What did that motherfucker say? It disarmed me. It's disarmed and infuriated me. Cause how dare you say I'm like, wow. And motherfucker was straight serious about it. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what can I say? If you feel that way, you know, I understand what you saying out your mouth. You just using the wrong word. What you really want to say is you feel ashamed of liking your white heritage that did that. Or you feel guilty when you hear somebody talking about that and you feel some type of guilt. This is what I'm going to tell you. I have never been a slave. I always could sit around white people. You know, did I feel uncomfortable in certain places? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but you know, I knew that if I was gonna die, I can throw some punches. Ain't nobody finna somebody finna do something. They might not get, you know, it wasn't like I was walking around here with my head down when a white person came around. No, sorry, that wasn't me. So my point is, if you're not that, and you've never been that, why you feel some type of way about hearing it? I can understand. I come home to my queen and tell my queen all the shit I don't want to hear when I'm at work. But you're at work. You know what I'm saying? Some shit you probably don't want to listen to it, but at the same time, and believe me, I'm one of the hardest critics on myself because that used to be one of the worst things to do for me, to go in there and listen to these motherfuckers talk. To the point I said, you know what? This part of my job too. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, it makes you strong. And my thing is, I don't really do a lot of talking at work, so that's probably why it's different for me. I have to sit here and listen. I don't want people to know how I feel, because I know I feel way different than how they feel. But at the same time, I don't take it personal that they feel like that, because you living your own damn life. I'm living mine. You know, some things I do talk about, and it only has to do with humanity, because that's the only thing I look at when it comes to certain people. Like, you know, people can talk they shit and say they don't like shit and all that shit. Do you care if somebody died? Do you feel that this person died for the right reason? You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. Do you, when it comes to money, do you believe we all should get paid the same? You know, don't take away what we earn when it comes to the DEI and affirmative action. You don't need to take that shit away. You had people who fought for that shit in the 1960s who got their ass beat, killed, lynched, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that just because y'all feel guilty about what happened. That's on y'all. That's don't have nothing to do with us at all. That's a mental thing. That's not what you read racism and what the fuck is you talking about? That's you making things up, just like I made up the shit about we wasn't humans. This is what you're doing. If you don't get that, all them statistics you making up, why is you worried about how many men ain't with they motherfucking, I done heard 100 motherfuckers, white people that ain't with they who they had kids by. It's a lot of them too. There's a lot of ball hoppers and all that. And my thing is, I don't care. That's life. We all living life our way. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no looking down on people in them type of ways. You know, why? So, yes, I was disarmed and I was infuriated with that. Law 43, work on the hearts and minds of others. That's what the Democrats, I believe, is doing right now. Because listen, we was stole from by the president, okay? And people, he gonna talk his troubles that he caused into something like it's gonna just be our problem. And it's like, bro, we done put you in office to create problems. We brought you in to solve them. And it don't seem like you're solving nothing, dude. You tripping. And the reasons you giving us don't got nothing to do with us getting paid. We getting more leverage and power over trading. Really? Is that all you wanted? I thought you wanted us to get paid off this. So we need that 20 grand to each family, man. Well, to each individual. And families get 40. I'm just saying, because I'm not hearing no point of us doing these trade negotiations when groceries going up, food going up, clothes going up, cars going up, price of living going up. That's all I'm saying. So, where we at on 42? Yeah, 42, law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Well, I think his name is Senator Kelly. Yeah, you strike the wrong one when it came to him, Trump. And also, I forgot his name. It'll come to me. The one who was prosecuting him for the voting fraud. What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Start with a J, I think. But whatever, those guys you don't play with. And all these people who ride in the Trump train, and I'm talking about the people who actually in office with him, who's using the same tactics that he's using to do whatever they doing up there, aka hide him and get rid of all the Trump Einstein files because Trump all in it, and you know he don't want that loss. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down, man. I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. He messing with the wrong people, and once this fight go all the way back at him, the people that's in his cabinet will be prosecuted. And listen, Trump don't have no problems with saying people should get hung, even though we don't do that here in America. Dude, you 80 something, bro. And you gonna go down as one of the worst presidents, I believe. You ain't gonna be one of the greatest. Probably you can probably be up there with him on the racist shit. But after this year, I should see that he was just tactically using you. He don't give a fuck about none of that. No, well, I ain't gonna say he ain't. He's definitely used racist tactics, and that calls for racist shit. He wouldn't even let Jesse Jackson get. It's just weird, man. It's just a lot of weird shit going on that shouldn't be going on right now. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and go. But we got to talk about that, man. The Supreme Court. Let me see. Let's see where we at. The Supreme Court of the United States ruled that certain tariff actions exceeded constitutional boundaries. The court emphasized separation of powers. Congress regulates commerce. The executive enforces it, meaning Congress has to approve any tax or tariff hikes or changes, period. So his response to that, Donald Trump held a press conference rejecting the interpretation. He framed the tariffs as emergency action. He described the court as disconnected from economic urgency. He emphasized executive responsibility to protect national interests. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all what he's doing when it comes to power, when it comes to him doing it, because you got to think like this. Trump is the spokesman for con artists and criminals. Very good. You know, if you've never seen a true mafia or true criminal work in court, studying Donald Trump, you will be an expert at how to be a witness and how to be a defendant and how to carry yourself and how you have your lawyer fight. Win or lose, you're going to win, okay? Unless something change. But they ruled it wrong. He came back with a press conference and talk shit about him, pretty much. You know? Basically said that we is in a, hold on, because I want y'all to know what he said. This is, you know, he framed the tariffs as emergency action. He described the court as disconnected from economic urgency. He emphasized executive responsibility to protect national interests. So, his I don't know about y'all, but I know some people hear that and just hear a bunch of words. But you got to understand what he's saying. That's why I say it might be a bunch of words to him, but he's using the right words to camouflage that they don't have shit to do with him passing tariffs. He can't do it. It's no emergency. What emergency did he declare for him to do the tariffs? All he said was exactly what he said right here. He's protecting national interests. How? By raising taxes on us unconstitutionally? And did y'all hear how much he made? Or how much? 1.4 billion in the billion in a year, or whatever. How many months it's been so far? This is our president. All right. He used Law 34, and Law 34 is act like a king. Tone matters. No apology, no concession, authority projected. Power rarely retreats rhetorically, man. He just went up there like it was all them. Like, you just shitting. You are the most anti-American person that ever ran for president that I think. You just against our justice system. You against our government. Why is you in office and you don't even respect the Constitution? That's the most backward smack in the face shit I've ever seen. All right, court attention at all costs, of course. Legal conflict guarantee coverage. Yep. Visibility sustains presence. Outrage sustains momentum. So he win, period. And my thing is, even if he get impeached, he win. And I don't care. Get him out of there. They need to hear him and get his ass out of there. We already talked about this. Work on the hearts and minds and this is where I say when he use wording, because people who want to follow you, they just want to hear some shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear whoever they fucking with say the right shit. That's it. It don't gotta make sense. It just gotta sound like it makes sense. And what he did was he said, emergency language activates emotion. Oh, it's emergency. I did this as emergency, but we was good when Biden was in. Yeah, the cost was up, but the shit's still up, and you can put more money on top of that. You took more money off of that. You fuck with food stamps. You took away funds from schools. Come on, man. What the fuck is going on? And then you got ICE out here killing Americans and shit. Come on, dog. I'd rather go back to Biden, bro. I'm just saying. So you talking, but you're not making sense. Economic protection becomes patriotic framing. No, bro. No, it don't. The legal debate becomes a loyalty test. So his people were just saying whoever don't go with what he's saying, he see the judges, so he blame it on the judges. Oh, the judge. No, this is Constitution. That's what the Supreme Court is there to interpret the Constitution, man. So whatever they say, even if because they didn't switch some shit for your ass and you didn't say nothing bad about them. But now that they like, nah, bro, you already stepped over these many times. You can't step no more, man. Come on, chill out. Nope, you didn't supposed to do that. You can't do that. And you know what this fool say? Oh, well, if I can't do that, I'm gonna do this then. What? The American people don't want you doing this shit, man. At all. Fuck. We already did the Law 42, strike the shepherd. When institutional authority challenges executive power, the institution becomes the obstacle. Redirect, critique upward. Scattered confidence. So, with that being said, when he did his press conference, it's like, all right, you made your decision. I'm finna go out here and talk shit about you because I'm the president. And the people who follow me they want to hear me be powerful. So I'm finna be powerful, and I'm finna give them enough ammunition to talk shit to their friends. Here you go. Okay. Law 44. I'ma say this. He did well with this one. Mirror effect. Use constitutional language while challenging constitutional interpretation. Reflect the judiciary authority back at itself for its friction. Be good at that. He been doing that for a long time. He used civil rights talk to be racist. That's what he do. That's what he got other people doing. It's like that's why I say I do get it. Like when I'm hearing people, like white people, talk about being discriminated against, and I'm looking at them, it make me, it's like, it make me look at it like, is that how I look when I talk like that? That's why I don't really talk like that. I had to get out of that mind frame of talking like motherfuckers hating on me all the time, or the white man is, I'm giving you too much power over me, bro. It ain't like that no more. It ain't nobody breathing over my motherfucking neck. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing that shit to me. So I'm hearing them say that, and all I can say to them is, nah, y'all calling it the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? You might be sick or tired of hearing us say that shit. That's not prejudice towards you. Or, if you feel guilty about it, that's what it is. Ain't nobody, you're not coming to an extinct. Nobody's coming lynching you. Nobody coming in your house, burning up your house, taking your wife, raping her, killing your kids, and burning your shit up to where your insurance don't pay for it because you're white. Stop, bro. Y'all just feel bad, most of you. You just don't, you tired of hearing about it. It's a lot of shit I'm tired of hearing about too. But you know what I do? I try to come on, focus that shit out my mind, and woosah. Okay? But you're making this issue more than what you think it is, isn't it? Y'all taking away shit that people fought for and died for, just because what? The color of the skin? That's not American. Preach change. Tariffs position as reform, economic recalibration, structural connection, but reform at scale triggers institutional resistance. And that's what I said. He ain't doing too good on the preach to change and slowing, because he's stealing shit. That's why when you a thief, you can't do shit slow, man. When it's action time, like, you can plan slow, but when it's action time, it ain't you gotta move. And that's what he been doing. He's good at it. I'ma say it again. He illegally got tariffs, man. Where that money go? Where our money at? Okay? All right. Law 3, conceal intentions. Real good at this, but not really, because if you know who he is and you believe who he is as who he show himself as, it kind of, but at the same time, I can still say he do conceal his intentions. Emergency framing supplies complexity. Power consolidation rarely announces itself plainly. So with that being, what I'm saying with that is that emergency framing simplifies complexity. Anything he could make up 100,000 emergency. All he can come to the court and say that this was an emergency. They do it down. He come back and be like, okay, this is an emergency. You know what I'm saying? He could keep doing that while getting these tariffs off, or whatever the case may be. That's how he play the court. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, dude off the chain, okay? So this isn't chaos. It's institutional tension, judicial restraint, executive exertion, public persuasion layered over constitutional boundaries. That's the board we at, man. So I want to do this before we go to this next segment, because I just want y'all to know where I stand, right? Let me make sure I got this right. It's a few things that I want to say about. I'm dead serious about us getting $20,000 a year payback for the tariffs, refund. We need that. No taxes taken out. 40 for families, 5 for kids, each independent, something in that nature. I don't want no 2,000 shit, no 5,000 shit. We need at least 5 figures. You know what I'm saying? We need 5. We low 5 figures. If you can get up to 50, we'll love it. But nothing less than 10. You know what I'm saying? 20 is where we need to be at, but nothing less than 10. And that's real. If you with that, man, y'all might want to speak the fuck up. Cause this is about that. Listen, America fucked up. And you gotta make these motherfuckers pay for this next election. Even do the primaries, do the thing through not the primaries. Do your thing through the local voting too. Do that too. I'm talking about when it's time for people to vote for the next president of the United States, make them pay when it come to your vote. Seriously, in writing. That's what I'm saying. Also, we need to make the Constitution more to the point where Donald Trump can't press them boundaries, you know, and make it to where it's more execution, jail time, real jail time. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to press the boundaries, we know what that is, man. We all know what moral look like, even if we're bad or good. We know if we're doing bad and if we're doing good. If that's the constitution of this land, which we know it's moral, we want it to be as fair as possible. We understand that, you know, power is power, but make it more to where the line can't be crossed like that without knowing that it's illegal. Okay, so I'm gonna preach, because I'm not preaching Republican or Democrat for the presidency, because where we at now, I don't look at Donald Trump as a Republican. He run the Republican Party, I give you that, but that's not the Republicans I know or seen. Like I said, John McCain was one of the last Republicans. Mike Pence good too, but I like John McCain. He was one of the best Republicans that I was starting to look at over in the Republican side. But when it comes to Republican contenders, we got whack-ass J.D. Vance. I give him a thumbs down. But you know, background, he was the U.S. Senator from Ohio, author of Hillbilly Elegy, former venture capitalist, strong alignment with populist, nationalist wing of GOP. You got Marco Rubio, U.S. Senator for Florida, former 2016 president candidate, Cuban American, strong on foreign policy, has positioned himself as experienced and policy oriented. And then she one of my favorites too. I like Nikki Haley. And if Mike Pence run, I think he'll be a great person to actually run for the Republican Party too. But I like Nikki Haley because she gave him he did beat her, but at least she stayed in and gave him a fight. Donald Trump. Democratic contenders, I'm gonna go, you know, I like Gavin Newsom, man. I think he will, you know, I like Gavin Newsom. His background, he's the governor of California, former mayor of San Francisco, strong progressive profile, frequently debates Republican governors publicly. I would love if she came back to Kamala Harris. She was the vice president of the United States, former U.S. Senator from California, and former California Attorney General. Okay? And then we got Pete Buttigieg. He was U.S. Secretary of Transportation, former mayor of South Bend, Indiana, 2020 Democratic primary candidate, and known for sharp debate skills. So you got your third parties, which is, I wouldn't vote for Robert Kennedy. I don't know if my boy, what's his name? I just mentioned him. The Jewish guy. I forgot. That's messed up. I just spoke about him earlier. But if he come back to mind, I'll let you know. But make sure y'all check them out, man. Get more in your political bag, man. They took money from us, man. Just because motherfucker played on some emotions. That ain't supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? We don't supposed to, the government is supposed to protect the people. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, because once people get out of their comfort, it's not gonna be the same. As you can see in Minnesota. You ain't finna come over here and trample on our rights and think you finna just not be seen or motherfucker ain't gonna say nothing to you. No, that ain't gonna happen, man. So 20 grand. Give us them tariffs back. 20 grand. Families 40 right now. We need that. All right. And on that note, we're about to go to a quick break, and then I'm gonna come back with that Memoirs of a Forgotten Father.
Stars steady falling, destiny calling. Remember the falling, remember the falling. Stars steady falling, destiny calling. Remember the falling, remember the falling.
I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. Politicking with a chicken, that was the mission. Relaxing, just sipping, no policy hidden. Burdens were few, see cats with the kittens. When laws came around, then niggas got missing. It was ciphers going down, we parking lot pimping. Cars rolling up, drop the windows that's tinted. Daps and hugs, show mutual feelings. MCs all around, it was stiff competition. We progress, this hip-hop agenda. Those without bars, we return to sender. Nights at High Point, I clearly remember. Shout out to Luke Mine and DJ Finster. The culture took form, it looked like a blender. Patients were patronized, consumed by the splendor. Euphoric was the scene, everyone was contenders. When giants fell down, it kinda sound like timber. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember chicken wing cookouts, needing no lookouts, food stamps. I was scared to pull the book out. DJ spinning, speakers still hitting. Old school cars with the souped up engine. Cardinal Glennon, chrome rim spinning. Clark Wallabies with your favorite linen. Hugging the block was usual things. And 2 for 15, I'm trying to get that cream. Before slime balls was slick and backdoor tricks. Someone deeper in the game and shit got thick. I chose to leave it in the game and switch my fix. Now I'm still here writing these hits. Hip hop is the shit. As I state my claim, by time these niggas notice the name, I'm daddy rich. I brought it back to the state, just hoping that these cats can relate. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs.
The Hustler's Peace. Wine after the storm. I stood in the heart of the storm, yet I felt no fear. Only clarity around me, familiar faces and strangers alike moved with purpose. Bond together by a rhythm we all understood. The hustle, the grind, the joy of creating something from nothing, of turning time into treasure and moments into memories. In that dream, or was it a vision? I held the key. Hidden in a grill, tucked in a place of warmth and fire, as if to remind me that what I carry is forged in experience, shaped by days past and nights endured. They came to me, looking for what I had, because I held access to opportunity, to success, to something more. We were about to drink wine, and in that moment, there was peace. Not the reckless chase of spirits that cloud the mind, but the calm pour of something deeper. Wine. Not for escape, but for celebration. A symbol of refinement, of choice, of a man who has seen both sides and now walks with intention. Even when the skies opened and the storm descended, it could not still the spirit of the people. We knew the storm was coming, yet we came anyway. We moved through it, unshaken, undeterred. Because the real accomplishment isn't just in what you earn, but how you carry yourself through the unexpected. I've made peace with who I was and who I'm becoming. I don't need chaos to feel alive. I don't need excess to feel joy. I am the key now. The storm will come and go, but I'll be here, grounded, grateful, and ready to pour the wine. When it's time to celebrate, not just survival, but elevation.
Oh man, I need that one. Goddamn. That was called what's that? Hustlers Celebration. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's crazy that I chose that one, not knowing that I needed to hear that. And that's what these memoirs of a forgotten father is all about. You know, a lot of people don't like to talk about how they feel for real. Don't want to be truthful with themselves, you know. But these memoirs are like the sensitive part of me. Just listen when you hear the title "Memoirs of a Forgotten Father." Yeah, it's I and this is my story. This is how I seen it. And my thing is, I learned a long time ago that when I say like people live their lives, they see what they want to see. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, me saying that people see what they want to see lets me know that you can't be mad at individuals for living what they want to live. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people don't, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people. Some people is living off survival of themselves. All they think about is them. So you really not a part of their life. You are whatever you want them to be. I mean, I ain't gonna say you're not a part of their life, but you're not as a bigger role in their life than you might want to be. They could just be using you. And my thing is, they show you that, but you don't want it be you not wanting to see that because you feel you have this thing that they don't have. And sometimes you don't even know you doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you just the Memoirs of Forgotten Father was just like a bunch of memoirs. I think the very first one was about my kids because, you gotta, like, having children. When I was thinking about having children, I thought about family. And that was the total opposite of what happened when I had kids. And even just thinking that your kids is gonna be there like that, regardless of what you did, you don't. That's not automatic. Like unless you make them, and that's why a lot of parents use guilt. You know what I'm saying? A lot of parents use force, but and you heard me say this. I'm going to show you who I am, and if you don't appreciate it, which people, in human nature, if you are nice all the time, for a certain percentage of individuals, and you can look that up yourself, they're not going to fuck with you. And and my thing is, it's true. Like, I can say that it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just because I was nice all the time, even motherfuckers who come into me at the same time, because some people don't trust nice. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta show people that you're human, per se. But morals, I feel like certain things I can't do. Like, I'm not finna steal from somebody who I say I love. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are certain type of things. Continuing to lie to somebody, just like, oh, I'm finna go to my boy house, but I'm finna go fuck a bitch. I feel like I shouldn't be with somebody if I gotta do that. If I gotta lie to you about, I'm finna go, why am I, yeah, that's that, if that's the life you living, I ain't finna shit on your life that you living, but to put somebody through that who wants a real relationship but don't want you doing that, that's the wrong part of it. You can go find you can either be single or do some other shit, but don't fuck up nobody's head who really want to be on some one-on-one shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've learned as far as having kids and the family thing. Ain't none of it work out. None. Nada. You know what I'm saying? I got a relationship with my kids, but as far as the family situation, it did not work out that way. And after a while, I learned that my kids only looked at me as much as how their mother looked at me. Boys and girls. All the negative stuff that was said about me override the birthdays and all the fun shit and all. I was fun daddy. I like to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna You know, I'm gonna let the do the homework chore shit. On the weekend we can go kick it, just like we was doing. We worked all through the week, and then we kicked it on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Birthdays was popping. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, I believed I was a good daddy because I learned. Me and my dad used to have fun, even though he was abusive and all that shit. That's the only thing he did wrong, except not. Well, that's the only thing he did wrong to me was the beatings. But we went to the parks. You know what I'm saying? We went to kick it. He drive, man. I used to love going to the junkyard with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? I know some people, I was in there doing all type of shit. Going to the park, going to swim at the White Rocks. I know y'all know about that. You know what I'm saying? So I know I was a good father, and I knew I was a good man to my only one I probably wasn't good to was my very first one, but I was like 15, 16 years old, and that's a whole nother story. But after her, because I wanted to not be that to the rest of my kids, I learned so much from that. So my mental was on that, and that's kind of what, you know, it just didn't work out. I'll put it to you like that. But that's where a lot, you know, you want to talk about. Men need to talk about their feelings too, because motherfuckers just be thinking like, nah, I like to express my feelings. I don't want to say it to everybody because everybody don't need to know my shit. But my woman should know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And since we're on the Philosophy Show, I'm going to let you know a little bit about how I feel too. So we're going to get to these questions from that, the Hustler Celebration. What storms are you preparing for? And what storms are you addicted to? Them two important reflection questions, man. What storm am I preparing for? I'm preparing for my retirement storm. I'm preparing for. That's what I'm preparing for. You know. This last little iteration in my life was doing what I felt I should do in life, and you know, the Most High blessed me, you know, but I'm not in that same mode anymore, and it's not because of the outcome of it, because the outcome was exactly what it was supposed to be, but what I've learned was the amount of responsibility that you have to put on yourself. Like, for some reason, I know what I'm saying for some reason, but I know the reason. Like, you hope the people your environment, how can I say it, accounts for a lot. Your environment, who the people you keep around you, who you think you being around, being aware, and just being, you know, a people watcher, things like that. I was lacking. I was doing more reacting than being proactive, you know. So now I can straight step back and be like, yo, okay, I see what I need, what it's gonna actually be. You know what I'm saying? And I feel more, how can I say it? I feel more confident in moving now and not trip off of a lot of shit that just really didn't work. It was more fan, you know, fate. It wasn't nobody, there's no real connections unless it's real connection, you know what I'm saying? But overall, it was a lot of hype. It was a lot of jealousy, a lot of ego. And that's majority. That's majority of the anywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? But in the underground game, in the St. Louis game, yeah, it was, I didn't expect it to be that bad. I thought it was way more people on their business, and I just found out that it was way more fake people, and that makes me feel, that's the only thing I feel bad about, is I was wrong about I thought it was way more G's, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, looks and you projecting yourself on others will fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy that I'm at the point where I know that now. You know, so it was easy for me to stop fucking with it though. I put that, I give that to my mama and them. They put that cutoff game good. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to that type of shit. But it was still a learning lesson. And what storms are you addicted to? What storms am I addicted to? I am addicted to becoming wealthy. I really do want to do that. I'm addicted to that. That's why I jumped in the game and was, you know, if I had some good, like some, how can I say, like some real people behind me who was leading me the right way, I would have made them proud. But me doing the shit just off my own mental, I'm still happy with what it was. It was an expensive lesson. I went to college. I say that. All right. But yeah, I'm always, you know, that's something that I've always wanted to do, is like own a business, get wealthy, you know, be able to live like I want to live, which it ain't too much. Just want to have a good time, be able to take care of my family. If we get sick, you know what I'm saying, we ain't got to be scrambling on no shit like that. I don't think that's too much to strive for. And I don't think it's hard to get, you know. It's just about you knowing how to get to it. So, yeah, that's what I'm addicted to. That's the storm I'm addicted to. If that's what I'm trying, they might be asking some other shit. But what key are you carrying? That's another question. What key are you carrying? I think I hold the key to, the first thing come to my head is opportunity. But I don't want to go too far on that one. I'll say, what key are you carrying that you've underestimated? What key am I carrying that I underestimated? Just you worth. You'll be surprised how many people just don't think they opinion or what they say, like, sincerely don't matter. I think that's why a lot of people talk, because they gotta say something, because it's, you know, I ain't gonna say I don't like to talk, because obviously I got a podcast, but I try my best to listen. But my thing is, when I listen, I have to shut off my reacting time, because sometimes I don't be knowing. And if I ask a question, and because it happens to me on the other end too, because, you know, sometimes people don't know, and they start asking questions and trying to figure it out. It ain't really for you to figure out. It's just for you to listen. And if you listen long enough, you will figure it out, if it's meant to be figured out. Because if it's meant to be figured out, they're gonna say it again. You know, sometimes people just wanna talk. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that's a thing that I've been learning and still learning over my course of life, because I used to hate I just don't. If I always had a feeling that if it didn't, certain shit I don't want in my brain. That's number one. But you can't. That might be more. How can I say it? Like social media shit. Like you can just go and look at whatever you want to look at, and you don't want to hear nothing from the outside. You don't have to unless it creep in somehow, and then you can just block that shit out. But at the same time, it's still, how can I say it, man? You still get to listen to other people's point of views. And I think that's more important than just like shedding people's brain, like just like, I don't want to hear what this person got to say on this one. No, you want to hear a different point of view, and it'll enlighten your brain, even if you don't want to hear it. Now, I understand, man, I'm talking about people. I ain't talking about like TV shows and shit like that. I'm just talking about when people talk to you. All right. Do people seek you for chaos or for clarity? Do people seek you for chaos or for clarity? I'm pretty sure I'm in the peace department, but at the same time, I've been around a lot of people who are always coming to me with some bullshit too. So I will hope that people that's coming around or coming for me is for clarity, because I'm really I'm not in need of the chaos. I don't need that to feel alive. I don't need that for you to feel like I don't want to do chaos to feel like I got to do something stupid to see if you really love me, and fighting for attention, and I don't. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think somebody who you got to always show attention to them, a certain type, like to the point where if they don't feel, so I just, because I got to explain this right, because people won't get it. If me, in this relationship shit, if me and you live together and we lay together every night, we say we love each other every night and all that, it shouldn't be no, oh, you didn't kiss me today, this and that. I'm going to kiss you, baby. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might not kiss you. Don't think that I don't want to. And that's the only thing I say. Don't make it look like I don't want to. Just kiss me. I'm gonna get it back up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure it out. But like making somebody do it, and like you gotta go outside, motherfucker you grabbing them, getting mad, and like, nah, don't. It's no competition when it comes to my attention to you, baby. And I will feel the same way with you. You know what I'm saying? We all get jealous. That's natural shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see why some people try to act like they don't get jealous. It's like, yeah, that's a natural thing if somebody come around yours who you love and you thinking they own some shit. That's a natural thing. But what's controllable is how you react. You know what I'm saying? All the way through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I see a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a scan the room type of motherfucker anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of other people lost. So, some people can be looking your way for real, but ain't looking at you. They could be looking at you, but not thinking what you thinking. Because, all of these things can be, both of them could be looking at each other, but maybe you looked at them when they was looking at each other. And my thing is, it's nothing wrong with asking, wait, you know them? you know, but at the same time, and my thing, I done been on the other side. And I just, you can't prove nothing at night until it's over, you know what I'm saying? You can think whatever you want, but it's gonna fuck up that night if you go too far with it. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta seek people for clarity, not chaos. All right. Is your celebration an escape or evidence of refinement? Have you recalibrated or just relocated? All right, the first one. Is your celebration an escape or evidence of refinement? In these times, I don't know if we've been celebrating too much. We done been doing the holiday situation, and I say that's a celebration, but I think celebration, you should celebrate for accomplishments, and you know, but for an escape, I know I needed one. Where we go last? Oh, Bowling Green. I needed that one. But we was going for Valentine's Day and a birthday party. So it was a lot going on, but I needed to get away from this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. So I say it's for both, but I say lately it probably has been for escape. Have I recalibrated or just relocated? It's definitely a recalibration for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think the same way I do think the same, but it's a little bit of things that I've been tweaking lately that let me know that my mind is on a different level than it was 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I see different. I feel different. I try my best to react different. But I'm still a human, and some shit still gonna be the same. It's just gonna be in me. But I definitely recalibrated. When pressure rises, does your posture change? Yeah, motherfucker. When pressure rises, my pressure do change. It's supposed to change. Power is not the absence of storms. It's who you become while standing in one. So, I don't know if y'all know, man, I ain't putting too much of my business out there, but there's a storm swarming around me right now. I'm going to say it like this. It's not like I haven't been through this before, but the only thing that's different is I don't think I went through it. I don't know. I can't even, cause I know I don't even know. I ain't even gonna say that because it ain't been that long yet. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, that's how I know my mental shift, because I'm tripping off of it like 3 times more than if it was back in 3 years ago type shit. And it's because I acquired more, and that's why overall that's the point that I'm saying with the storm. Not trying to put too much out there, but you can read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't know every goddamn thing about me, but that's why we got one more episode for the 48 Laws of Power. We're going to be doing, 46, 47, 48 next week. We're going to see what crazy shit Trump pull off. You know what I'm saying? Put another case study in there. I have you another memoir for the Memoirs of a Forgotten Father. And I just want to say, man, to all my supporters, all my peoples who support the cause, y'all stay up, y'all stay good, and y'all stay blessed. I'm about to get up out of here, get some of this good food, you know what I'm saying, because I'm hungry right now. Got me talking crazy, but I'll see y'all next time.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another pretty day. Bowling Green as far as St. Louis. It is officially barbecue weather. Vito banging that boy Tweez, huh? This is for Kings Highway. Hell no, you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck, you gon' see me and they hate where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, that part, that part. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Wasn't invited, motherfucker, don't go. What you said, we were texting SMH. It is what it is, and make no mistakes. Goddamn club got where it starts too late. Overwhelmed by foo-foo, too grown play. Enjoy setting with friends, some real Uno. Skip, reverse, change the color, draw for more. Now you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck, you gon' see me and they hate where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, that part, that part. When I step up in the place, that's guaranteed money. A lot of smiles and grins, but I don't see nothing funny. Had to cut them clowns short. No, I don't play dummy. Setting up the table, cause I know the meal is coming. I don't fuck with who you fuck with, I don't see the point. If I'm smoking big blunts, why you rolling joints? Never legal with the promos, the people choice champ for Bowling Green and Collinsville, I'm stamped. We ready to count, why you hating on me? Cause it's slated for me. Need to get up off your ass, you might get in my G. Stop supporting them lanes, put most high in the game. Stop that capping type shit and stop passing the blame. I can't fuck with no haters, I done did that way back. Heart open, no jack, but homie became straight rag. That's facts, so I move accordingly. Stay cornball free, man, you can't get close to me. Hell no, you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck, you gon' see me and they hatin' where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, that part, that part. You a fool, Vito Banger. That part, that part, that part, that part. Hey, I wanna hear that one.
Footprint of that ass. Go put my gas.
Man, I appreciate you bringing me to the Big D, fam. It's everything I thought it would be.
Man, I just remember being in the loop, and I was like, man, you come to the D, man, you'll see what I'm talking about, man. And I'm glad you got to come out, man. And it's just the beginning, Tweezy, I promise you, man.
She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride. She made me wanna. She say she like the ride.
some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Little sexy a model, Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride. Hop in the whip, baby girl. You know we good. No Diddy, no Drake. Let's get that understood. Might be some baby auto, a little smack and a little tussling, no fist though. You know what's happening. Take a week off, queen. We going places. Paris, Monaco, palaces. You gon' pack your shit. I know you got me on the back end. Oh, you gon' bring that one friend. Double down on that D. Just pop the clutch, you don't give a fuck. I'm gon' keep it up, yeah. That weed smoke, that honey pack, gonna taste the nut, yeah. You sex fuck, you sex fuck, you sex fuck, you sex fuck. That weed smoke, that honey pack, gonna taste the nut, yeah. Shorty not basic, can't house beauty. Just like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Little sexy a model, Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride.
Come up in my way, just me and you. No interlude. Come bless my mood. She hopped in my ride. I took her for a ride. Like Motorola, I've been told I ass so fat, I'm talking so loud. She took me for a ride. It caught me by surprise. She got that super weight, yeah, that good. Only time she hit a nigga up is for the good juice. Made it super sober, let's slip and slide, it's understood. You can drip on me, but not on my seats, and we all good.
Shorty not basic, can't house beauty. Just like some honey, got me lost in the mood. She slid in my ride. She say she like the ride. Little sexy a model, Instagram rich, put that on the Bible. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride.